Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of Old Glory Garage. On this one, we are going to try to revive our old blasting cabinet that we hauled back on a really sketchy trailer. This should probably go to the scrapyard. We're probably going to fix it one day, but not yet. Right now, we're just trying to get this media blasting cabinet up and going. And hopefully we can start using this thing on a lot of our other projects so we don't have to do chemical stripping again. It's a process. It's an old technique. Some things you need it, some things you don't. Like on the media blasting cabinet, you shouldn't be blasting inside of things with baffles and whatnot because you're never going to get all that sand out. It's going to go through your engine if you're doing engine parts. But they're flat things and like other easy components. You can easily blast and paint quickly instead of having to deal with a goopy mess. But on this one, we're going to see what upgrades and repairs are needed on this old cabinet. It's been neglected for a while. It's a little rusty, a little dirty. So with it being 20, 30 years old, parts don't really exist. Some of the setup on it, like the bags on there, I'm not the biggest fan of the setup. Hopefully it doesn't let off dust. You don't want to be breathing any of that. It's really bad for your lungs. So some of the other units with like HEPA filters are a little bit better than just a blower motor on the side going into a giant bag. But we'll see. Explore this thing with me. We'll see what we need to do to refurbish it and get it working for the shop. Might just need a couple upgrades, but let's do it. All right. Here we are. All her glory. Let's give it extra bulbs for the light. Testing some of the damage and work that needs to be done to this thing. I might add some wing nuts to this. I'd like to get a better setup for the cords. A nice LED upgrade would be great. Oh, those are T12s. I think I can just get LED bulbs and throw them in, potentially. Currently it's just plexiglass. Came with more screen, which the guy that sold it to me said I can just cut it and just put it in the bottom so none of your stuff falls through, which is great. But I'm feeling it might collect sand. But this stuff, Harbor Freight modification trick. You cut this out and put it behind your glass, and then when you get blowback from the media blaster, it won't dull and haze it. So you should almost never have to actually change your glass out if you have the screen in the way, because you can see through this stuff like so. See? Works great. This one's got looks like a homemade foot valve, which all this needs a good sanding, cleaning, probably a little bit of lube on the outside parts, a little paint. I'm probably gonna have to replace the hoses on it. This one's starting to disintegrate, it looks like. So, nice setup. We'll just step on it and then that's what activates it. I saw one of my buddies on the way home with this sketchy thing. They had an extra piece of Lexane. So, I'm going to have a nice thick piece of Lexane right there for the glass for it. Just got to cut it down. It'll fit good. I can almost upgrade it and have a bigger window if I wanted to. Let me show you guys the inside. Gloves seem okay condition. Oh, scat blast. If you ever build your own cabinet, which I thought about actually doing, they have a lot of DIY parts to build your own. Yep, so got the gloves in here. Here's a gun. Oh, they zip tied it to stay on. Cool. It's great. There's a lot of junk in here. Okay. Not sure where those go. Yeah, the door on this thing currently sealed shut. I'm sure it was throwing too much dust out. Can't see it. So I may end up trying to get this working again because it'd be nice to have a door besides just the open front. Oh yeah, part of the hose setup. There's a safety here. Schrader valve, actual Schrader valve. But open and close turns the air on and off for the cabinet door. Pickups, air vents. They modified stuff a few times for this thing. Don't know if those were originally original for this cabinet or if it had like one of the big vacuum canister units, which I'd honestly prefer than that, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I need to get some new foam, but you should work good. Just needs a little love, a little cleaning. We'll get her ripping. Ooh, that is wore out. Am I gonna make a mess? Is there media in it still? There's something in there. It didn't dump, so I'm assuming there's not too much inside of it. Yeah, quick dump can swap out media and light. So this one, Diamond Blast cabinet, which I think is still a company. I should try to get a hold of them for this thing. I was originally showing D-Blast, no longer in business. They're Southeast Michigan. They were just a service location or sales area. I can't read this anymore. This is pretty wrecked. There's paint on it. First thing, I kind of just want to clean it. It's dirty and nasty. It looks like there's road salt on the lower bits. Like either someone put soda inside of this for some reason, or they just had it near buckets of salt and things in a garage somewhere. But let's do that next. Alright, so looking at the blasting gun here, that is pretty wore out. I think I have to leave this one in there for now. I got some Harbor Freight ones, but they're far too big to fit in that. So I'll have to see what my options are. The thing is, this has been taped for so long. What brand is this even? Truman's in Ohio. This thing's just stuck. Next little bit, since I can't really do much with blasting gun. Gonna throw that back in here. The next piece is see if the lights work or if the fans work. No, they almost fits. Well, other one hang up, I guess. Well, maybe I can pinch it for now, just to see what it looks like with the lights on. There you go. Pinch it. Yeah, you can see through that grate. So with that there, other than the glare, you can see in there fine. Okay. Now the sketchy electrical part. It's a blower. Also a blower. It's fine, right? Oh boy. Okay. Put a little tape on it just to prevent something. Let me see if the lights even work. Let's see if I can get 3 replacement cords. All 3 of them need cords. Alright, let's get the extension cord out. For the truth, see if we die. Oh boy. Turn it on. Tell me if we get lights. Heyo. They're dim. I mean, you can see in there, but it is no LED. LED upgrade would be great. Cool. Okay. That works. Let's try blower motor number 1 and see if it catches fire, because the cord on that one's already taped. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. Ready? I might need to put a respirator on. It does work though. And it's fairly quiet. Let's plug in number 2 and make an even bigger mess. Number 2, both fans. Oof. So, that side's real noisy. We're gonna leave that one undone. One fan's probably enough. Cool to figure out how to make my own filter, HEPA filter unit for this thing. But there it is. Short of trying media in it, which I don't know if I'm ready for. I mean, yeah, we can try the pneumatics out. We'll try that out real quick. Let's see if any of that leaks. All right, we have air hooked up. Let's see if it works with the foot pedal. See if the safety works. Oh, it does. Not bad. It works. And my tiny little compressor might be able to keep up for small bursts, not be able to run a long time, but like go a little bit, stop, go a little bit. But great. So there it is. I think she'll work actually pretty good. I think now the goal is to probably do the glass and then maybe check into the light bulbs for it. Or maybe just throw a little media in and see what happens. Let her rip. See what she can do. Next piece to check this thing out. These fans go into these filter bags that are full of dust already. Not sure how you're supposed to dump these or what the trick is. Try to dump one out. Oh, there's a hole. Add zipper on the bottom. Well, I don't want to zip. Come on. This is the last time these run zipped. Okay, I'll try the other bag. Why don't either of these one unzip? Okay. This one feels less full. I'm just going to hook this one up. No, so there's another tube. Okay. Tube in it? No. Ooh, flat dust. What are they blasting with? Okay, so these just kind of jam up in here. That's it. There's the setup on the old rig. We're supposed to have 2 of those, but we're going to try it with 1 because the other motor's pretty toast. And now, what I read, this might only take 25 pounds, so half a box instead of a full 40 or 50 pounds. Feels like half a box. See if it can actually suck all that out of there though. It kind of does it. We'll see how it works. Alright. Media's in. There's some Harbor Freight media, except didn't go to an actual place to get some, but I have a little bit of rusty steel. See what it does. See if it's cloudy or not, and we'll try to throw that screen in the way. I'm gonna try to tape it up though real quick. Alright, I threw in a couple pieces from the dump truck. Look at that. So I turned the light off I had right here. You see everything now, but yeah, I guess. Oh, look at that. I can zoom right past it. Okay. So let's try this thing. Alright, so here's the reason this is basically an essential shop tool for doing any kind of restoration work. So I need a slightly better compressor. This one does the job, but there's that. We got mill scale off. It's most of the way ready for paint, for wax and grease. This one was still kind of, I need a little bit more PS and start picking more media up. But I think I need to put the rest of the box in there. Now it's on the kind of low side, but this was pretty rusty just for being, yeah, so kind of looked like that before. Most of the way cleaned up. So I just need a little more media. Here's the ones that matter. So this one was really scaly. I actually acid dipped these because they were so bad. But this got in all the pits and everything. So this could be cleaned up and epoxy painted and then could be reused. It's not too bad. It's not completely rusted out yet. It's still usable, but could be smoothed out. And here's an example of kind of what it looked like. So I did like half of this one. Pretty scaly. And this is after acid soaking them. So like pretty crusty. And got in all the cracks, pits. Did great. So I could have technically kept acid soaking these, but I don't want to, I guess, eat too far away at the metal. We still want to reuse the metal. So same blaster will do pretty close to the same thing. Or if anything, do that, get the scaly stuff off with the acid. Or this first, then go to acid, and then clean, degrease, paint. But I'm going to keep going to these, and these are going to be for the core support on the dump truck. But yeah, essential tool, worth picking up. It's like 90 PSI is the sweet spot. I got some playing with, I think, on this one to kind of dial it in more. The bag thing works. It can see fine. The screen is a lifesaver. That's great. I found out I can put my phone up on it and then zoom in a little bit and it'll go right past the screen. You guys can see everything. And then I might try to do a cover or something for that just so it keeps some of the direct media from just getting sucked up. Because like on this side you can see it is bouncing around in there. It's probably going straight out the side of that. So the cover would probably help, or move them to the back. Love it so far. Let's keep going. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So it's been a little bit since I was recording last. I think next steps on this old girl. Got some parts for it. Been slowly collecting some stuff for it. It seems to come on sale. So let's finally get this thing finished up and in a better working condition so we can start restoring some of the 68 C20 dump truck. Some of the stuff we've acquired. Got some wheels, so we're not three-wheeling anymore because it's very tippy. Pressure regulator. Some tips that I'm going to try and see if it'll fit in the gun in it. I don't know if they will or not. A little bit of touch-up paint for some of the scratches. Trying to find some good sealant for around the edges because the stuff on it's pretty brittle. Got some aluminum screen because some of the screen that I have with it is rusting. And then we still have Lexan or Lexon or whatever, however you pronounce it. The acrylic sheet. So we're going to try to make that for the glass. Upgrade it from just the floppy plexiglass in it currently. So let's get working. Alright, so the first thing I think we're going to try to figure out is where to mount this at. Probably just going to tap into there should be a good spot. Alright, we're going to mount it right here. Put the gauge in, a little thread tape on it. Cool, so we're out of that. Alright, got some bolts, some hardware. Let's put some holes in it. Let's test fit. Cool, there's that. Our fittings in. Well, we gotta get the reducer for that, but let's jump ahead to other stuff. Like the glass. Just a plain metal frame. There's no recess or anything in it. This seal looks like it's to be able to clean up. Wipe it down good, and then I can get aluminum fit. And get this cut and swapped. So let's do this part. Alright, so we have the old plexi, all the new stuff. I'm just gonna try to mark it. I might actually get a straight edge. Well, we'll try to get this stuff off eventually. We'll have to figure it out. I think I'm going to try to jigsaw it. Start with the old jigsaw. Alright, I got to notch it for what the screws looks like. Alright, let's test fits. We need a little more notching. Well, this sucks. So this sheet of acrylic is really old. The paper dried out and is kind of flaky, meaning all the paper and the glue are very stuck to this thing. I've read online people use anything between a hair dryer, just get it wet and you can get it off. WD-40 or a little bit of like denatured alcohol, but I don't have that. So I'm trying a little bit of a purple power, water, a little bit of wax and grease, and then I have a plastic scraper. Okay, that seems to wax and grease seems to be doing a good number on the glue. Worst case, if we mess up, this was free. We'll just go buy an actual sheet that isn't probably prehistoric. Alright, let that sit a minute. I'm gonna go look through my cabinet real quick and see what I got. We're just gonna mix all the stuff. Forgot I had a bottle of Goo Gone. This is one of the carpet brushes. Sweet. That side's almost done. Ooh, that's slippery. Well, this took way longer than it should have. Around the edges, it was really stuck, and that's where the paper actually just fell off. So I tried a few different steps. Started with just water, wet the paper, and then I went to purple power, amp it up a little bit, and then I started using a plastic scraper on it, and then got a scrub brush from an old carpet shampoo can, helped scrub that a little bit. It seemed like the Goo Gone did the best, but it was a really nasty gluey mess. After doing repeat over and over scraping and spraying, eventually got to the point of it was good except for around the edges. So cleaned all of it off with just glass cleaner at first to get some of the orange oily residue Goo Gone off, and then quickly sprayed this on a rag, and then real fast got the edges, and then went back, just because that will dissolve and mess up the plastic, a little bit of glass cleaner. And so it's just enough to clean the goop off it, and then quickly clean it with the other stuff so it doesn't hurt the plastic, and then kind of let it dry for a little bit. So the scraping did do a little bit of minor scratches, but like this, it's still kind of wet too, so don't judge there. Instead of seeing through this, which I think this was a newer sheet on the machine, it'll be a lot nicer. But let's go to the next part. All right, here's the next part. I'm gonna use aluminum screen to protect the plexi. Oh, this just rolled up. Push it in and cut it with a box knife. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Oh boy, that expanded quickly. All right, so we got, and we'll put our frame back up. All this, the seals and stuff around here, I cleaned with a rag and some brake clean. Cool. All right, we still got a big roll. Try to save this stuff for later. Stuff cuts easy. Come on, Frank. Good enough. Well, that'd be pretty. It's just gotta work. Help if my blade wasn't dull. Okay, well, whatever. It'll work. Cool, so there's the screen, all nice and clean. Save that chunk for later. Alright, so far, nice screen here. Look at that. Beautiful. See everything. I think we have wheels next, and then I need to get some PVC pipe to make another one of these elbows for the other motor. I think that's the next step. And then one day we'll figure out some better cord situation on this thing. And the birds here are crazy. Next I want to check and see. It says to oil this. How do you oil a motor? Oil every 6,000 miles. Oil every 6 months. Come off. Oh, no. I guess let me see if it's still making noise. Oh, it magically fixes itself. Okay, cool. Works great. Everything seems to work right now. The next step with this thing, fix the wheels. We gotta dump it. Oh, that's handy. Alright, now to tip it over. Well, let's see how this goes. Thing's heavy. Okay, we're going down. Well, it may be hard to get back up. Okay, what do we got? First off, will these plates work? Dang, it almost work on one side. Cool, let's pull these old ugly ones off. Alright, moment of truth. So we had these old ones, giant ones on here. Heyo, match up. Cool. So this side's great. Other side I still got to make 2 plates for. All right, I hit it with just a scuff pad. Gonna try to clean up a little bit, get a little paint on it, just to keep it from getting any worse. It's a little brake clean now to pre-paint. That was a bad idea. So yeah, let's see how close our smoke gray paint is. Wow, it really needs a grinder taken to it, but I got time for that right now. So you can kind of sharpen the bottom. Watch your toes. It's gonna bite me in the future, I know it. Mark my words. I got 2 stuck on there. Out with the old. Well, they're out with that. What we got going here? I got plate steel. I think I should be able to cut. So 2 pieces out of there, and weld in the bottom of this thing. But let's get them cutting. Also, yes, I get the irony. I'm using a drill on the drill press. We got to revive this whole thing still. Doesn't quite work yet. Needs a belt. Needs to have a few things gone through. We'll bring her back to life here shortly, though. Once we find a little time, got stuff to do though. Next part, protect myself and the kids if they're out here. So this needs to get the edges cleaned up. There we go. Clean up plates.
Alright, now let's test it. See how it works.
Well, I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, beautiful. Well, my uphill needs a little grit. Yeah. Beautiful. And then my uphill, terrible. Alright, let's keep on going. Good enough. Yeah, beautiful. Good enough. Oh, that looks terrible. That's why they make grinders, I think. Well, good enough. Ooh, that one's really bad. Slaying boogers out here. Good enough for what we're doing though. Alright, judge me, internet. Terrible. Good enough. Boogers and more boogers. Clean up enough so you can paint away. Yeah, we don't need nothing to write home about. We just need functional. Alright, enough looking at my ugly welds. A little paint on and then we'll get to installing and the wheels will be done. It's more discounted paint. Yep. Paint's boiling because it's still hot. It's fine. It don't gotta be pretty, it just gotta work. Look at that, good enough. Cool. We have 3 weird spots. Let's get these wheels on here. So, I went to the old hardware bins over there that I took the time to spend a week to organize all my bolt bin. One man's dream to have an organized bolt bin. Well, we did it. And it's great. Oh, it's still hot with the paint. Probably gonna cut these to be shorter once There's it for the wheel upgrade. That's a lot nicer. There we are. 4 wheels so it doesn't fall over and collapse. I'll cut those off later. Now let's see if we accidentally drop this on ourselves or not. Hardest part is get underneath it. Woo. I should have probably locked the wheels before doing that. But we're up. That's what counts. And guess what? We gotta go back and get to the parts store because we need the adapter stuff for that. And I need PVC for the other bag. Cool, so current state, it's getting close. Getting close.